Tesla is moving so fast that it's impossible to say where the company will be even a month from now. Today, we'll be breaking down an interview by Alejandro Salquillo, who spoke to Joe Justice, a former Tesla employee. They talked about everything from what makes Tesla the most innovative company on the planet, to why they implement changes to their vehicles so fast, and to why he's adamant that Tesla stock is going to be much higher than it is today. He even made a bold claim to say that Tesla stock will be worth 1,000 times what it is. Of course, an interview like this will catch your interest. Would Tesla be able to hit this benchmark? What sets them apart from other competitors? Keep watching to find out everything. In the interview, Joe mentions how working at Tesla was the most fun he had working anywhere. The reason why is that Tesla is a super fast company. Compared to Tesla, every other company feels like it's moving in slow motion. Tesla's unbelievable speed is one of their core strengths. It's also one of the unseen and unappreciated aspects of their business model. Most of you watching these videos would know how quickly they move and adapt. No one seems to appreciate just how quickly Tesla is moving in the market. They implement their changes at the speed of light, which is unlike any other company the world has ever seen. Tesla has led in the market and cannot be closed by any other company. Tesla has managed to overtake established giants in the market at a ridiculous pace. Any competitor entering into the market at this point would be flattened by the company. Tesla Incorporated is moving so fast that no matter how quickly any other company moves, they will never be able to catch up. If we were to take a look at the company right now, you'll realize that they're already so far ahead that we can only just sit down and enjoy the ride. As Joe Justice said, if the company's mission isn't core to your values, you would probably burn out as an employee. If your values align with Tesla though, it's energizing. You get to appreciate just how much change they are making in the world of car making and renewable energy. In Tesla, employees are given something called a not a handbook, which was leaked to the public by a different Tesla employee. This handbook basically tells the employees that they're empowered to do whatever they feel is beneficial to the company. An employee is allowed to do anything such as talk to CEO Elon Musk directly. Anyone who tries to stop an employee from doing that is at risk of getting fired on the spot. Employees can work in any department they wish, and anyone who prevents them from doing their work would be thrown out of the company. It's a breath of fresh air to hear that Tesla does not have the oppressive hierarchy of most companies. It's one of the biggest strengths of their company. Tesla has made sure that every part of their business model is hyper-optimized, right from the corporate structure down to the cost of building a car. They're pushing even further into uncharted territory, and there's no telling what the long-term effects of this business model will reap. The question Tesla always asks itself is, what is the most efficient and effective way to get the job done? Joe talked about an engineer in Tesla who was working on a problem and ended up figuring out a way to make charging the cars even faster. Tesla has a wonderful feature called automated testing that employees can use to figure out if their ideas would work on the product. The automated test said pass, and in a matter of hours, the change was implemented on the vehicle. It took only just 3 hours for the engineer to get his idea translated to the actual product. This speed is unheard of in the car making industry, and this is one of the reasons why we're all in on Tesla stock. Most businesses try to reduce how much innovation happens for test purposes. They are reluctant to implement changes because they fear it might backfire on them. The process of testing can usually take up to a year for most companies. Tesla has gotten around this problem by investing heavily in their automated testing program. If we take a look at another company, like Toyota for example, we can see just how long it takes for changes to be made on a model. Other than that, if you consider the cost of implementing those changes, you'll wonder why these companies haven't gone bankrupt in the first place. It can take up to $100 million to effect changes on just one model. An agile company like Tesla soon realized that this process is too costly to maintain in the long term, which is why they reduced the cost of change. Instead of changing slower, they pivoted to aggressively reducing the cost of change. By making it cheaper and faster to go through certification, you can make changes more often. They have dozens of simulated tests, which forms the backbone of their valuation. Tesla is pretty close to breaking this process, which means that they will essentially have zero costs to making changes to a car. This is one of the most compelling insights from the interview. Tesla can make hundreds, even thousands of changes to their cars at almost zero cost. Is it any wonder why Tesla is running circles around the other companies in the industry? The Model 3 and Model Y bodies were originally designed at SpaceX. There's heavy overlap in exchange between all the Musk companies. Elon Musk fundamentally understands the shift that's happening in the world today. He advocates for the same income among his employees as well as healthcare. Tesla will change the world to a point where work doesn't have to be as hard as it always was. Musk is trying to establish a peaceful, business-friendly replacement for the government with all his companies. Elon already has Giga Berlin and Giga Shanghai. He's using Bitcoin for large transactions and Dogecoin for smaller transactions. In other words, Bitcoin is now the new gold, and Dogecoin is now the new dollar. Looking at all this, you can understand why Joe Justice claims that Tesla stock would be worth 1,000 times what it is now. He also feels this number is conservative because the heights Tesla can reach will far surpass anyone's expectations. Right now, you don't even need to have $1,000 to buy Tesla stock. For many investors, that price tag is out of reach, but that doesn't mean you can't invest. With fractional shares, you can invest in Tesla or any other expensive stock without breaking the bank. In fact, it's possible to buy this pricey stock for as little as $1. A company's stock price represents how much it costs to buy one full share of stock. But you don't necessarily need to buy a full share in order to start investing. With fractional shares, you can purchase a small part of a single share for a fraction of the price. For example, say you want to invest in Tesla but can only afford to spend $100. If a full share of Tesla stock costs $1,000, you can buy 1/10 of a share for $100. The best part about fractional shares is that you choose how much you want to pay. If you only have a few dollars to spare, you only have to invest a few dollars. Price doesn't have to hold you back from investing, and it's possible to buy even the most expensive stocks without breaking the bank. Because fractional shares make investing more affordable, it's easier to build a diversified portfolio on a budget, especially if you're just getting started in the stock market. A diversified portfolio should include at a minimum 10 to 15 stocks from a variety of different industries. However, it's wise to have at least 20 to 30 stocks to better limit your risk. If you're playing hundreds or even thousands of dollars per share, building a portfolio quickly becomes expensive. So, as you can see, buying into Tesla shares just isn't that difficult. All you have to do is click. According to Joe Justice, that $1 you're spending could very well be worth $1,000 in the future. Do you think this is a fair valuation for Tesla stock? Comment down below.